Paul, still in the FA Cup. Not sure how at the end of that. First of all, just your assessment of what you saw from your team tonight.
Yeah, I thought we had a pleased first half and how we stood up to everything, and we wanted to be better with the ball second half. We spoke about not giving cheap free kicks and fouls away as well, and then start the second half. We give 3 quick ones away in concession where they could put the ball in our box, and then it was as if we'd not just played the first half, and we were surprised by their approach of putting the ball in a box. So for 15 minutes I felt that the beat is up in there, and it's put us on the back foot and meant we've had to show the character we all know we've got to make sure we come out the game with something.
Did that surprise you, that kind of reaction in the second half with the experience that was on the pitch?
Yeah, well, I'm not happy about it. Listen, it's a difficult place to come. Results show that, the history shows that, Phil's experience shows that, the atmosphere. So how tough the game was doesn't surprise me in the slightest. Just disappointed with that 15 minutes.
In terms of the resilience shown, though, particularly when you've gone down to 10 men at the end to come up with an equaliser at the end, I mean, this team, whatever circumstances, does seem to find a way.
Yeah, but it's expected. I said to the players before the game, one of the things that probably I'm most proud of about this group, and not just the players, the staff, is the mentality of everyone. That's what's helped us be where we are. That's what's helped us win games, pick up points, deal with whatever's been thrown at us. Yeah, and it's a little reminder how important mentality is, that 15 minutes, but then you see the power of it as well, and how we were able to keep ourselves in the hat, if you like, for next week.
The red card for Daniel Jebbison, I mean, what was kind of your view of how it all played out? Have you managed to have a look at it?
I've seen footage, but I can't see anything. The fourth official stood next to me. He must have seen something I've not. He's saying there's a kick. I can see Tozer trying to block Jebbo off, and the tussling, so it's a foul, but then it sort of there's a little coming together afterwards. I don't know if that's what we've seen, but if it's the coming together afterwards, there's certainly not a kick in there, because I was watching that.
Tough one for Daniel Jebbison as well. You know, he's been on excellent form these last few weeks, and you know, to get sent off in a big game like this, it'll test him as well.
No, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll learn from it. If he has done something wrong, he'll learn from it. If he hasn't, we'll try and get evidence. And like I said, if it's an unjust decision, we'll appeal it.
Do you have to give some credit to Wrexham tonight? Clearly, I imagine you expected the long throws and the balls and the approach coming from them, but to say there's obviously the gap in the league ladder that there is, they really gave a good account of themselves tonight.
Yeah, they're not a conference team. You know, there's many players who I know in there, many players who, you know, were doing excellently well in League Two and were offered moves and deals to League One and turned it down to come here. So we know that they're a conference team by the position in the league, but everything else they're not. So yeah, it's nothing to someone who doesn't know them. Maybe there's a surprise in what a tough team they are, but yeah, there's none from us.
James McAtee came off at half time. Was that an injury?
He did his ankle, didn't he, when we scored? So you could see it was restricting him when he was turning.
Do you know a kind of severity on that at the minute, or is that something that could keep him out for a little while?
No.
Sander Berger wasn't involved in the squad tonight. Is that the final time we've seen him in a Sheffield United shirt?
No, I hope not. Listen, I was asked. I know if you've seen reports, I'll tell you there's been conversations between our club and other clubs regarding Sander. It doesn't mean he's going. Everyone knows I don't want him to go. Everyone knows we're in an embargo and we've got money problems. And like in all fairness, that's probably one way out of an embargo. And maybe relieve money problems in the short term. Mine will always be getting to the Premier League if we can and really trying to resolve those issues. So no, I don't think that's the last we'll see. Maybe. But like I say, this is just something that's with the embargo and things that we're talking about a lot, because you guys know about it. There's been so many other things we've been dealing with, and we'll deal with this one. So yeah, if he was to leave without the embargo, we've got 2 players we want to bring in to replace the 2 that we would have lost, and then yeah, fine.
Have you had any official bids in from other clubs then for Sander at this stage?
No, but there's conversation, and when there's conversation, when it's CEOs or boards talking to boards, it's as good as an offer. Yeah.
So have you spoken to the player at all recently?
Yeah, Sander's happy, he's fine. Listen, it's the club sort of protecting their asset and their investment, if you like, because we all know as well we're mid-takeover. There's loads of ways we could come out of this embargo with money coming into the club. Selling a player is one of them. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and Sander's relaxed. Sander's happy. He'd love to get promotion with us, but there may listen. The club may agree a fee with a club, and Sander may not want to go. You know, so there's so many different things up in the air at the minute.
Have you been given kind of any indication of the likelihood that you could come out of the embargo before the window shuts on Tuesday?
Well, listen, it'd be very foolish selling a player and not coming out on embargo, wouldn't it?
It would be. Thank you, Paul.
Cheers.